Hi, I'm Jennifer Simmons with AIM. This is week 4 of the legislative session. I'm here today with our legislative team, Lindsay Moss, Jenna Nepper, and Campbell Ritchie. Guys, it was a crazy busy week at the State House. Let's jump right in and talk about House Bill 1114, Jenna, architectural standards. This is something that came up last session, maybe even the session before that. The legislature trying to dictate or actually say that locals cannot have a say in the architectural standards of buildings built in our communities. Tell us more.
Yeah, you're right. This bill has come up in multiple sessions. This year it's in the form of House Bill 1114. It's authored by Representative Miller, and it will be heard on Tuesday morning at 8:30 in House Gov and Reg, which is a committee that Representative Miller chairs. It looks a little different than the language last year, but still gets the end goal of prohibiting a municipality from regulating design elements. But it also voids any current rules, ordinances, or regulations that are in place that would conflict with this bill. So it goes even a little further than last year's language did. I mean, this essentially would eliminate some of the conversation at the local level, and constituents may not have as an opportunity for input in some of these local community boards and meetings. So we'll continue to reach out to our members, to have you reach out to your legislators. Again, that committee is on Tuesday morning, and we'll be there testifying. So keep your ears open on that one.
In the column of decent news or good news, our virtual meetings bill continues to move through the pipeline. Campbell, there was at least a little bit of progress on that bill this week.
Yeah, Senate Bill 369, which is Senator Linda Rogers' virtual meetings bill, which we helped draft with her, was heard in the Senate Local Government Committee. This would allow, in the case of an emergency, fully electronic meetings to go forward. When there is an emergency, partially electronic meetings to go forward, where up to half of the members could be virtual, as long as they don't do it on a chronic basis. And so there's still some ability for them to be to make sure they're actually in the meetings physically most of the time, but gives them some flexibility to be virtual some of the time, and also allows electronic signatures by councils. This bill was heard and it's being held for amendments, but there's broad consensus in that committee to move it forward, just working out some of the details. Also, House Bill 1437 will be heard next week in the House, and that's the House's version of it, which is very similar to the bill that we helped draft, but is not identical. Both of these bills have been roughly endorsed by the governor as part of his agenda because he wants to get something done on virtual meetings going forward.
Yeah, that's great news. Lindsay, TIF. So we've talked about TIF probably since the beginning of IACT, the beginning of AIM, the beginning of time. We're here talking about TIF every legislative session. There's several TIF bills we're following this session. Talk about Senate Bill 408.
Yeah, so Senate Bill 408 is a bill by Senator Scott Baldwin, newly elected legislator who has some expertise in this area and wants to put this bill forward to continue the conversation in several important areas and areas that we've been dealing with, as you say, since the beginning of time. But this is one of those issues. The bill is scheduled for a hearing in the Senate Tax and Fiscal Policy Committee for Tuesday. But we've been told by Senator Holdman, the chairman of that committee, that this is just for a hearing. He wants to get these ideas out there and does not intend to move that bill. So will be a hearing only, and we'll continue to work with Senator Holdman and Senator Baldwin and a broad variety of stakeholders on this issue.
Okay, so just a brief video for you all today, but it really was a very busy week at the State House. I encourage you to read the full legislative summary, check out the full tracking list that is attached at the bottom of this legislative summary so you can see all the bills that the legislative team is participating in and watching at the State House. And watch your emails because we may be reaching out to some of you individually so that you can engage with your lawmakers on some of the key bills that are being pushed through next week in committee. So watch closely so that you can help us out in some of these efforts at the State House, and we'll be back with you next week. Thanks.